Welcome back, students. Now this is the third lesson of module 2. As I mentioned, in module 2 there are only 3 lessons and this is the third lesson. It is a very big lesson, so I divided into 3 parts. In this part we are going to discuss types of international economic integration. Types of economic integration. So first understand, when the question will be there, explain the various types of international economic integration. Little bit of introduction you have to give. So what you have to write in the introduction is this: a trade agreement is a pact or a treaty between two or more nations that covers rules and regulations of trade between them. The primary objective of any trade agreement is to protect the interest of signatory nations. Trade agreements between nations bring about the process of international economic integration. International economic integration is the term used to describe the process which involves the coming together of different economies into a larger regional group for achieving some common economic objectives. An international economic integration is an agreement among countries, especially in a geographical region, to reduce and ultimately remove barriers to trade, movement of people and movement of capital among them. Now let us understand the concept of multilateralism. It refers to the alliance of multiple countries pursuing common goals. Multilateralism in international trade is represented by the efforts made worldwide by nations to liberalize international trade and promote free and fair trade between nations. The development of WTO and the promotion of free trade are associated with the phase of globalization. Now the next concept, regionalism and trade blocs. Sometimes nations come together to form a regional trade agreement on the basis of their geographical location. The parties to the regional trade agreement offer each other more favorable treatment in trade than the rest of the world. Regional trade agreements create trading blocs. Trade blocs are usually groups of countries in a specific region that manage and promote trade in the region. Trade blocs are considered to be discriminatory and to go against the principle of free trade because they promote trade within a region, creating barriers to trade from outside the region. They tend to promote common economic benefit for their member countries by protecting domestic market from foreign competition. Now, types or stages of international economic integration. Number 1, preferential trade area. In short, it is called PTA. PTAs exist when countries with a given geographical region agree to reduce or eliminate tariff barriers on selected goods imported from other members of PTA. Second, free trade area, FTA. FTAs are formed when two or more countries in a geographical region agree to reduce or eliminate barrier to trade on all goods coming from other members. Next, customs union. A customs union involves the removal of tariff barriers between members, together with the acceptance of common unified external tariff against non-member. Countries that expose to custom union only need to make a single duty payment once the goods have passed through the border. Once inside the union, the goods can move freely without any additional tariffs. The tariff revenue is shared between members with the country that collects the duty, retaining the small share. Next, common market or single market. It refers to the internal market. The main characteristics of common market is the extension of free trade from tangible goods and services and all economic resources. All barriers are eliminated to allow free movement of goods and services, capital and labor. Along with tariff barriers, non-tariff barriers are also eliminated. Next, full economic union. Economic union is a trading bloc that has both common market between members and common trade policy towards non-members. Members are free to follow their own macroeconomic policy internally. Next, monetary union. A monetary union involves eliminating individual currency and adopting a single and a shared currency. Next, fiscal union. It is an agreement to have common taxes, to establish common levels of government spending and borrowing, and jointly agree upon national budget deficit and surpluses. Next, economic and monetary union, EMU. It is a move towards a complete integration with single economic market, common trade policy, a single currency and common monetary policy. Next, complete economic integration. It involves a single common market, a common trade policy, a single currency, common monetary and fiscal policy, complete harmonization of all economic trade rules. Students, this is what you have to write when the question will be there, that explain the types or stages of international economic integration. All the 9 points you have to give in your answer, so that you will be getting good marks. Some introduction also you have to give. So the part 1 is types of international economic integration, and the question can be explain the types of international economic integration. Thank you very much.